Tonight on EA Sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, it was maybe the most unlikely Super Bowl run we've seen in a long time. What a story. The Bengals had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. 4-11-1 last year, 2-14 the season before that. Bottom line, though, here they are, the AFC champs.
And Brandon, this is one of the more remarkable turnarounds in NFL history in recent years. In fact, most of the guys on this team weren't even born the last time they won a playoff game. Although, not that long ago, they had a stretch where they were in the playoffs seemingly every year, but couldn't win a playoff game. Now they've gotten that done. They're back in the Super Bowl. And remember, 2 Super Bowl appearances in their history. Number 16 and 23. Unfortunately, both times they ran into Joe Montana and the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, the LA Rams, they are back in the Super Bowl for the second time in 4 years. Remember, they lost Super Bowl 53 to the Patriots in Atlanta 13-3. But here they are trying to be the second team in 2 years after Tampa Bay last year to win the Super Bowl in their home stadium.
And we go back to that Super Bowl loss to the Patriots, and remember, they were an offensive juggernaut at that time, but only put up 3 points in that game. And they have been a little bit of a tough team to pin down over the last few years. They've had their shares of ups and downs, especially on the offensive side of the ball, but they've always had that great defense, and they're looking to ride that crew to a Super Bowl crown.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
On first down at Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, this is Akers. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Akers. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw it for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1 on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down at 5. A handoff to Mixon. Down right around the 25. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow will throw. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
Minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll run on first down. Mixon. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now a throw here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins, and he's brought down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. Now it's Burrow. Handed in Incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
On third down, Mixon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow, open man is Uzama.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Burrow looking to pass. Dumps it off to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before the break. Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Burrow on play action. He will find his man Chase complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. But they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Oh, the return is Powell. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 8 coming up. Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. 60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On first down, Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 92 yards rushing for him now. A big part, no doubt, of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Again, it's Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Sack Zac Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.